Man, as soon as I saw that set photo, all I could think about was Sonic Heroes, I swear. That is so nostalgic. Yo, what's up, guys? It's your Socks for 5 and 6, and welcome back to a new video. And you don't gotta tell me, I know, I'm late to these set photos. They're amazing, and I can't wait to talk about them today. But what makes this video special is that we got some fan submissions on what they think these set photos could end up leading to, and etc. And actually, before this video begins, I have a few things to talk about, but if you just want to get straight to the discussion video, I'm gonna put a timestamp on screen, so just tap that and you can go ahead and get to the video. But if you're gonna stick around here, what I wanted to say was about 2 or 3 things. So the first thing is, as you guys know, the month of May is a huge month for the channel. Announcements, just branding in general for the channel, everything is just a ton to talk about. And as you guys know, that there is going to be a huge announcement on May 9th and May 10th about a huge project that me and the guys are working on for the end of the year. Now you're probably confused on what this has to do with well, anything. Well, the main thing is that since this project is going to end up being so big, I'm going to need like all the storage I can get on my phone. Though they're going to be in increments. No, not the entire thing, but you know, editing, all that fancy jazz. That's going to be in all these like increments. So I'm going to need like all the storage on my phone, and basically the formats of like discussion videos and like these one-off videos, as I like to call them, that are not discussion videos but are like unscripted videos. I'm going to need all that storage for this project. So all these discussion videos are not going anywhere, but they're going to be recorded on my computer. And the main thing is, all I need you guys to do is tell me how the audio is, because since I do everything on my phone, it's going to be like my first time really doing much besides recording lines on my computer and with my microphone. So I'll just need you guys to like inform me how the audio is and things like that on, well, Friday's discussion video. Sorry, this is my rambling part of the video. But I'm going to be trying something new Friday, because after June, everything's going to be on my computer, and I really just want to see how Friday's video will do on my computer, kind of like a test run. So if you guys could just tell me how the audio is, how the video looks, if it's still in 4K, that would be much appreciated. And the last 2 things that I wanted to say was that this May, again, though we're having so many announcements and all this cool jazz, I still want to try to pump out as much content as I can. So we're going to be trying to get out 3 to 4 videos per week. I think we can do it, and I do believe in all the staff for Sonic Tales videos that we can do that as well. And finally, we are almost at 400 subscribers. We are looking on the bright side for around 700 to 1K by the end of the year. I'm not sure if we'll hit it, but hopefully we will. And let's go ahead and jump into this thing. And taking a look at the first photo here, you can see the big boy himself, Knuckles the Echidna. Sheesh, y'all. Y'all can just tell. This was definitely drawn by Tyson Hess. You can totally tell. I don't think it's the final design by any means, but you can definitely see this is totally what Knuckles is going to look like. But I mean, we can't leave out the rest of the gang. You got the hero Sonic, you got Derp Tails, and of course you got Knuckles. And I just want to say that this is obviously their set photos, and I did hear that this is probably what they use for like when they're gonna animate what they finally look like. That's probably like how they like determine lighting and things like that. So obviously that's pretty cool, but this also confirms a pretty big thing, either by the beginning or the end, I think the beginning, that Knuckles is going to end up being an ally. Now this is perfect, and what I mean by this is perfect is that we needed like some more CGI characters, especially with some people complaining from the first movie that there was not enough CGI characters. Having Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles in the mix, yes. Now, there are 2 more set photos here that I really want to talk about before we get to the fan submissions. There are obviously more set photos and clips, but to me, those don't really impact the story, and that's what I'm really here to focus on. So, boom, you got our boy Jim Carrey, Dr. Robotnik, Eggman, whatever you want to call him, up in the building here. You already know he got the fresh bald cut and the fresh stash, you feel me? And you're probably like, how does this really advance the story or advance the plot? Well, you can actually tell that he's on Earth here and he's floating in the air, and the main thing is that he's on Earth. So that means he kind of left the mushroom planet and now he's back on Earth. So he's going to get back to Earth, and maybe that's not by the end of the movie. Maybe it's probably in the middle, and I personally think it's in the beginning. But it is good to see that they're going to be giving Eggman some Eggman features, obviously, because they're not going with the fat suit and they're not going to go with this red lab coat in this scene. So, I mean, at least he's bald, you know, so that's pretty good for us. And now for the biggest set photo, in my opinion, that is easily the GUN or gun photos and like the tanks and and seeing things like that. They're tying SA2 in, y'all. This is huge, I promise you, because this can obviously lead for seeds for Shadow, for Rouge, for Omega. I don't think it'll be Rouge, you know, because of the character that she is. It could possibly be Omega, but obviously you already know. It's the big boy Shadow himself, maybe. Now, this by all means does not confirm that this is Shadow or anyone, really. It's just pretty interesting to see that they're actually going to have, like, the military from Sonic in the Sonic movie, too. And usually that's not how it is in the game, so I'm glad that they're pulling anything and really everything. Oh, and final thing, they got the Mean Bean coffee place up in this. This is gonna be such a great movie. Now, those are just my thoughts on what I really had to say on the set photos that I did present to you guys. Now we're gonna go ahead and get into the fan submissions on what they think that these set photos could mean for the story. Starting with the longest one out of the bunch from Pokemon. Where's my water? I gotta get ready for this one. So he says,
my prediction is that the Echidna tribe will have a major role in the film. They're still searching for Sonic, which leaves Tails no choice but to look for him first. Before the post-credit scene in the first movie, Tails is running away from the tribe. What they find out about Tails' ability, flight, and speed using his two tails and his power, just as they wanted Sonic's power. He has many rings, but accidentally drops them before escaping. This explains how the Echidna tribe will be able to travel through worlds and look for Sonic. They'll send Knuckles to find Sonic himself. Tails then searches around Earth. Oh man, I can't read, guys. Don't kill me. Tails then searches around Earth looking for Sonic using his tracker device. Meanwhile, we're introduced to GUN as they start detecting unusual energy from Green Hills, and they head for investigation. Meanwhile, Sonic, Tom, and Maddie are at the Mean Bean coffee shop, and then Gun finds Sonic, which then takes him away for experiments or whatever. Tails helps and saves Sonic, and they both break out. Robotnik finds a way to get back to Earth for revenge against Sonic after the defeat of the first movie. My goodness, I can't read. The Echidna tribe are on their way to find Sonic, and GUN is searching for them as well. Sonic Tails get Knuckles and the Echidna tribe on their team and stop Eggman again. Then Tails and Knuckles and the tribe go back to their world, leaving Sonic to make a decision on whether he wants to go back to his original world or does he want to stay with Tom and Maddie. Tom and Maddie tell him to start a new life in his world, which is where he truly belongs. Sonic then grabs Maddie and Tom to tell him to start a new life in his world, which is where he truly belongs. Sonic then grabs his old bucket list and crosses off make a real friend and thanks Tom and Maddie. They say one last goodbye and Sonic says Knuckles begin their new life together as friends. During the post-credit scene, Eggman has secretly stolen the very last ring and used it to get to Sonic's world. Full plot, by the way. Took a long time, but he did it. Feel me?
now Pokemon, if you're watching this, though that was long, that was really, really good. I really loved reading that, honestly. I did like the story, though I would change a few things. I did like, especially the ending. Sonic having to make a decision, that needs to be in the movie. That has to be in the movie. And something that I noticed about your plot description is that you use the rings a lot more than a lot of people do when they're writing their description. And I actually really like that because, I mean, one, it's out of the box, but two, the rings are actually a crucial point of the movie. So, I mean, it's pretty cool to see. Oh, also, before we continue, for the people from Instagram, yes, the next discussion video will be just submissions from Instagram. This one is just submissions from my Discord. I only picked like 5 or 6, but yes, the next time will be only submissions from my Instagram, so do not worry, Instagram guys, you'll get your time to shine. The next one comes from Celiver, I think. So she says, Sonic gets framed and Tails goes to save Sonic, but Eggman confronts Knuckles and says Sonic stole the Chaos Emerald, and Sonic and Tails have a showdown with Knuckles. This sounds more like a scene than the entire plot, but I do understand what you're saying. The next one comes from 26 Days Left. Wait, 26 days left of what? Yep, that explains it. Anyways, summarizing what he said because it was a little bit harder to read, he basically says that Sonic's team is going to take down the return of Dr. Robotnik, and he does believe that Shadow is going to be like the looming villain after the movie. Yeah, I'd say that's the general consensus on what they think as well, but I mean, I can't blame you, I would think the same thing. The second to last one here comes from my friend, well, he changed his name now, Drippos. He says, Knuckles and Sonic will fight on the lake just like Sonic X, and then they'll learn to understand each other's differences and work together to defeat Eggman. Cool plot twist, maybe. Joe Robotnik has some sort of cameo or flashback at the end. I see what you're saying. You're talking about the set photo we saw from that conversation. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. And actually, I would really love to see Joe Robotnik or some type of flashback cameo, like you said. I think that would be really cool. And then seeing Shadow afterward, before just seeing like Shadow pop out of this thing. That's a really good idea, Drip. I'll give you that one. And the final one here, you already know, we got to go with the classic from the older videos, the Big Guap. He says about the set photos, Knuckles' upper body reminds me of Boom Knuckles. He looks pretty muscular, and he's also missing his chest logo. Tails is wonderfully creepy, 1,000-yard stare with eyes that are a bit too small, and Sonic has a white belly, but overall, I love this. It looks awesome so far. I went to take them... I went to take them and put them in my home, but probably not in my closet. In that's weird, Guap. That was a creepy way to put it there at the end, but I do agree with you about how Knuckles looks. He does look like kind of a hybrid of modern Knuckles and Boom Knuckles, and I believe Tyson S drew him. If he didn't, shout out to whoever drew him. You made him look beautiful, and I can't wait to see him in the movie. And I think the chest logo thing, it may just be because they're not going to go in full details with something that is just used for lighting. I mean, I personally wouldn't, and I believe there's got to be a photo out there where it's just Knuckles' head and he's on a stick. Because, I mean, they don't need his back shot or something. I believe he'll have the logo, or maybe he'll gain it over some time, but we'll see. Anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you for all the people that did submit. If you did not get picked, do not worry. The next time I do a video kind of like this, it will be only from my Instagram. So if you don't have Instagram, or if you do have it, make sure you guys go and add me, and make sure you guys do comment on the post that I make about the next question. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. 400 is right around the corner. And make sure you guys have notifications on for the channel, because we got a juicy video Friday about kind of my origins to my series Sonic Tales. And speaking of Sonic Tales, we got a new episode this Sunday. It's pretty special. Combining 2 videos into 1 video, hey, it's pretty good. But with that being said, I love you guys. Wear your socks. Peace.